In the heart of my youth, the sting of poverty was a constant companion, a shadow that followed me from one low-paying job to the next. I worked tirelessly, but the fruits of my labor were never enough to pull me from the clutches of scarcity. The jobs I held were often riddled with selfish people. I'll never understand why someone would purposely sabotage a co-worker's efforts to make himself look better. This happened so many times that I ultimately started my own business, which helped to stop the repeated layoffs, only to discover why they say most businesses in America fail in the first 5 years. In each job I held previously, I watched as companies sold the companies I worked for to foreigner interests, making just the CEO rich while laying off the workers who had given their blood, sweat, and tears to the company. From the French, who bought Chemical Supply Incorporated, now called Air Liquide, to the Japanese who bought Vertex Standard Communications, now called Yaesu. Even the Kennecott copper mine in Utah was sold to Brazil and renamed to Rio Tinto. The Geneva steel mill in Orem, Utah was sold to China, along with precious gem mines in Delta, Utah. It seemed everywhere I turned, the wealth of our land was being handed over to foreign interests, leaving locals like me with little opportunity to prosper. Just like the billions of dollars our politicians give to foreigners each year to line their pockets with back-channel deals, while the Small Business Administration repeatedly denied my small business a loan. By the way, this video shows that business must be good in Ukraine right now. As you can see, they are offloading a truckload of $100 bills. I hope they thank the Democrats for their gift. The monetary difference in my family began to cause a division with my educated extended family members who seemed to be born with a silver spoon in their mouth. I tried the college route but couldn't get past the teacher's doctorate degree, who seemed more interested in impressing us with her vast knowledge of words that are only found in the dictionary. The textbook she gave us used such sophisticated words that I had to look up every other word in a dictionary to try and decipher what was being taught. This took so much time I fell behind in my other courses. This ultimately led to me losing my financial aid because of an attached stipulation: one must maintain a good grade average. The division of classes within my own kin was beginning to cause division between us, to the point where they stopped inviting us to family dinners. They simply couldn't understand our struggles. I laugh, though, at their lack of skill for fixing anything in their home needing repair. They would love to call me to get them up and running again. How many college grads know that when lightning strikes a home, it can find its path to ground and burn up the neutral wiring connections? It was an easy repair for me, and I was glad to do it without cost. After all, it was for family. I love the fact that I don't sit at a desk but get to go outside and work for a living, while people who sit at a desk trade their health for more money in the bank. As the division in my extended family grew, they couldn't understand why I wasn't prospering as they did. A chasm grew that separated us, leaving us uninvited to family events for quite a while. We also understood better what complexity was going on as the pandemic took a hold of the world. They were not interested in listening. God refers to those who follow the world in the scripture, 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 7. They are ever learning and yet never able to come to a knowledge of the truth. The truth is, the working class people are the backbone of society, fulfilling the needs and wishes of those who sit comfortably at their desks. They are the ones who build, while others inhabit. As I approach my later years, the dream of owning a home seems more and more distant. The rich continue to amass wealth, buying multiple homes and apartments that they rent out to the working class, taking a large portion of their income and, in the process, stacking their own investment portfolios by the labor of those beneath them. This reality is a chilling fulfillment of the scripture from Isaiah chapter 3, verse 14. In rich men's homes are the spoils of the poor. It brings to mind the words of Jesus, "It is easier for a camel to squeeze through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven." From Matthew chapter 19, verse 24. As we conclude today, remember the words of the late Helen Keller, who once said, "The worst enemy of humanity is not the ignorance, but the indifference of the comfortable." Until we address the stark division of wealth and class in our society, we will continue to see families torn apart, dreams crushed, and lives lived in the shadow of poverty. If this resonated with you, feel free to like this video, share, and subscribe for more. Thank you for taking the time to listen today.